Okay, so here is a little quick extra I wanted to do now that I've got access to this area. It's not involving that big, horrible tendrily thing over there, that's for much, much later. But it involves something I can do with the Chaos Covenant to get access to a few more things, and some extra bits of dialogue. And it involves gaining Eingyi's trust. Now how on earth do you get the trust of some egg-infested creature? Well, there's one way, and that is to get infected yourself. And one of the best ways to do is just go down here, because these two are always aggressive, and it would help if they're actually decent at what they did. There we go! And you basically just get things to lay eggs inside your head. How lovely! Gisty! And you repeat that process until a certain length of time. I'll just quickly check now. Stand still. And see if your idle animation changes. I don't think that's quite enough, so more lovely hugs from the egg people. Hopefully be on the same level. For some reason in this game, grabs don't quite work unless you're on like the same level. It's really kind of dodgy, and this section emphasises it, I think. Well, I'll speed this up if it takes too long. So we're back here, and we got successfully infected. Just a bit of an idle animation here will occur, and you're like, oh, my head feels funny. And that's your indicator that it's successful, it's actually happened. And what'll happen, you'll see in about like 5 or so minutes. You'll just keep scratching your head like, oh, something's wrong. And then what'll happen is you'll get egg on your face, and then you just talk to Eingyi. Easy peasy. There we go. We now look beautiful. I've never done this before, but I suppose you could get the egghead status before you even open this area up and talk to Eingyi. I'm sure there'd be different dialogue for it, but this is sufficient. Do you like?
Well, now, you're just like me. Your dedication is fully apparent. Only, well, your head looks awful. Why not try this? I've no use for it any longer.
Well, that's awfully kind of you. God, you look like shit. Have you looked in the mirror lately?
Oh, hello. What is it that you need?
Okay, for some reason that isn't going away. So he changes his tone quite dramatically, and his shop opens up a bit more. So what did he just give us? He gave us this. Removes parasitic egg. The egg bearers have chosen to serve the flame of chaos. The egg symbolizes selfless choice. Normally these chestnuts are forbidden, but are allowed under special circumstances. Like when your head looks completely awful. And he sells pyromancies, because of course as established before he is a pyromancer. Poison mist and toxic mist. Crafted by Eingyi himself. Considered a heretic even at the Great Swamp. Eingyi became an egg-bearing undead who serves a deformed young girl who speaks an unintelligible tongue. And then toxic mist adds a bit more. Why was Eingyi driven from the Great Swamp? One only need cast as pyromancy. A perverse diversion from the art of fire, to find out. So now you're getting a bit of extra clues as to why Blighttown is the way it is. And what might have happened with the good old fair lady here. In fact, he'll probably talk about it in a moment. I'm gonna get rid of this bloody prompt. God damn it. I wish it would just go away after a short while. Like, yeah, I've seen it, great. Get out of my face. It was like that with the gargoyle fight as well, it's really annoying.
Oh, hello. What is it that you need?
So he's going to elaborate a bit more, now that he trusts us, about what actually happened in Blighttown.
Incidentally, do you have an interest in pyromancy? If you have, I shall share my flame with you.
Okay, that's odd. He does actually talk about it, but let's say yes for now.
You have served our fair lady well. Now, let this strength be yours.
So that's interesting, now I have 2 pyromancy flames. I don't need 2 pyromancy flames, but it'll look pretty funky. Anyway.
Worse than undead, we are diseased and unwanted, like the grime of the great swamp. But my dear fair lady, she cried for me and swallowed the great blight pus, despite Mistress Quellad's orders to the contrary.
So that's why the fair lady is sick. Of course, with Eingyi developing the likes of poison and toxic mist, it is quite possible, indeed very likely, that he is kind of responsible for the blight plus spreading so much. And on the way up from the demon ruins, which is where Quelag and the fair lady originate, the fair lady decided to go and cure the people here. Hence why there's quite a devoted amount of people who try to help the fair lady, including us now, and why the fair lady is in need of humanity to heal her. Because she is, of course, a firekeeper now.
Worse than...
And he just repeats the same stuff. Fabulous! Let's try out this. I'm curious to see what this is going to be like. Maximum flame! There is no real reason I need to have 2, but I got 2 now. It's fab. I just gave 10 humanities a level up to the Covenant as well, so let's see if there's anything new from Fair Lady. Oh, bugger shit nuggets, I need the bloody ring.
Quayla, what is it? Quayla, my dear sister, you know, I still remember your beautiful, silky face. If only I could gaze upon it once more.
So yeah, she wasn't always blind. It's pretty much implied the Blight Plus is the reason why she's lost her eyesight.
I'll be fine, but that you...
Is that it now?
I'll be, but that...
I know there's a little bit more later on, but I think I might need to level up in the Covenant a bit more. Anyway.
Goodbye, Quayla, do be...
If you wanted the achievement or just some toxic pyromancies, that's how you go and get them anyways. It's really easy to do. And it's very easy to just go and get rid of that. So, that was that. An interesting little aside, I think, so when we get back we'll either be in the Catacombs or Sen's Fortress, depending on my damage output. Until then,